What I think is a really great example of media out of control sometimes. And we got to be a part of that.
Oh, no, dude, we are living knee-deep in the middle of all of it.
And here's why. So Odell Beckham Jr. goes to the mandatory OTA. He got there a day early.
Yep.
He's obviously in great shape, and it's all good. Eli Manning was even asked, hey, how much did him not being here 2 weeks ago hurt? He goes, not at all. He's a professional, and here we are, we're ready to go. So he even comes out, and he says, I want to be a Giant for life. Someone gave him good advice to say something like that.
Very good, yeah.
Which is what Giant fans want to hear. And my not coming here had nothing to do with my contract. I was working out with this specialist that a lot of the guys use.
Specialist?
Yeah, he's got a workout specialist.
He's got a specialist.
He's running in the beach. He's doing all this crap. He's cross-training, and I'm working out.
No, I was thinking about getting you a specialist.
I need one, a few of them.
No, but I just get you one specialist.
No, I need a lot of
outside the team, a specialist that's, a specialist, a guy who's in this specialist in the area.
Here's my point. And we jumped on it as well. Through Chris Carter, through retweeting stuff. It's a contract holdout. He doesn't want to be here. All the crap that was said about him. He's not responsible. He's not mature. And all this crap, right?
Right.
It's mandatory. He's there. Looks great. Feels great. Everything's great. It's not about my contract. I'm not asking for a new contract. I want to be a Giant for life. To me, that story should get as much play as him not coming to the voluntary workouts. Thus far, what your contracted responsibilities are as a member of the New York Giants, he's lived up to them.
Sure he has.
And if I'm a Giant fan, even though I think it's a bit of a game, him saying I want to be a Giant for life, I'm not going to have a contract holdout. That's not a question for me to discuss right now. That's everything I want to hear. I'm back in love with Odell Beckham if I'm a Giant fan.
Well, there you go.
Right?
Yeah, but I told you, like, none of this matters when it comes to him playing on the field against the Cowboys opening night.
No.
I mean, if he goes out there and catches 10 passes, 3 touchdown passes, and they go on to win, it's going to be celebrated. He's going to be loved, and you know how that works.
Yep, and that's how it always works. It's about performance. Who performs and who doesn't, period, stop, right?
That's all that matters.
So I think if you're a Giant fan, yesterday had to be music to your ears because you got everything you wanted out of Odell Beckham.
But I do think, though, that a couple things are happening in the NFL as the twisting winds of OTAs and players pushing the max level of not showing up to these things is really starting to take hold because the players are basically feeling like, oh, you know what? If I'm a star, I am not showing up to OTAs if I don't have to be there.
By the way, I get the rhetoric and I get why they do it.
And I would also say that most likely all quarterbacks will be there because quarterbacks want to be there. It's in their DNA. They want to be there to be a part of it, especially young quarterbacks. I can't imagine, Derek Carr saying to the Oakland Raiders, because that's kind of like the same time period with Odell saying, I'm not showing up for OTAs. The quarterbacks will always be there. But I think, the Fletcher Coxes of the world, the Odell Beckhams of the world, the Olivier Vernon of the world, the top-end players that have guaranteed money, more and more are going to say, I'm not doing this. And it may also have something to do with, taxable income, the state in which they live in, how many months are they living in that state, and all this other stuff. So there's a lot of other pressures that are a part of this. But I will say this about Odell Beckham Jr. because you saw his cleats.
Yes, he had. There's a famous cleat designer whose name is Kick-Asso.
Kick-Asso,
and he designs his Nike cleats. And on the cleats, he had different like TMZ, ESPN, the New York Post, and written above the black ink of those different media outlets was in red, shh, as pretty much to say, cut the crap out, the rumor mongering, and
All right, so here's my point about this. So Kick-Asso does these cleats and everything.
Cool cleats, by the way.
They're great. Whatever. I mean, so he's sending a message. It's fun. It's all playful. It's great and all that other stuff.
Right.
But Odell can say whatever he wants with his cleats. That guy wants to be in front of the camera.
Yes, he does. He wants to be on TMZ.
He wants to be on TMZ. He wants to be in front of the camera. He wants to give the press conference. He wants to talk about himself. He wants to, further his brand, which is exactly what all of those media entities do for him.
You're nothing but a whoa.
Exactly right. Well, I'm a media whore. Listen, he came out with a whole team of his own emojis last year, remember?
And the thing also, too, is remember, he's here, so the tabloids are going to just eat him up.
Right. You're the biggest star in the sport, and you're playing New York. The combination's combustible. And when you're a 24-year-old kid and you're single, and you look the part, you act the part, guess what? You're going to be referenced in every blog and podcast and TMZ type website and Barstool and Bleacher and On the Fan. And by the way, and you enjoy the aspect of that.
When you want to, make love to the kicking net, or you want to, get in a fight with Josh Norman and go, hog wild and lose your mind on the field, or you want to, not show up for an appearance that you're being paid to show up for.
Right.
You're going to get a lot of slings and arrows and negativity towards you, but all of that doesn't mean anything, because as long as you do your job in the field and become the great player that you are, it's going to be fine. But here's the other thing. So back, he was drafted in 2014, and why people think this is about money, okay, is because there was a guy that also was drafted back in 2014, I believe.
Go ahead.
Right after Odell Beckham Jr., and his name is Aaron Donald.
Steelers got it. Came from Pittsburgh, rather, right?
He came from Pittsburgh, but he plays for the L.A. Rams.
Right.
At that time, he was drafted by the St. Louis Rams, now the L.A. Rams.
Right.
So there has been reports that he was going to hold out of their mandatory minicamp. And if you hold out of your mandatory minicamp, you can be fined up to $80,000. Right. So you're not going to sit out. I don't think you would want to sit out, especially on your rookie deal. But many will tell you that he is one of the top 2 to 3 defensive players in all of football and one of the most disruptive defensive tackles in all of football. And there's chatter out there that he wants a new contract from the Rams. And he was drafted one spot behind Odell Beckham Jr. Let me tell you something. If these guys somehow get these new contracts that there's no question that they are trying to acquire. Right. It will break the mold of the rookie contracts. Right. With the NFL players and the NFL owners.
Because right now you get a 4-year deal with a 1-year option, so you could pretty much tie a guy up for about 5 years. Right. Because it's a team option, and based on the nature of the sport and the violence and the propensity for injury. The NBA contracts aren't that long, your rookie deals. So to me, I agree. If a major player like Odell, like the kid you're talking about with the Rams, is able to kind of bust through that, then every top 10 pick who performs at the level they're supposed to or beyond will follow suit. And now you're going to have what amounts to 2- and 3-year deals out of the gate, not 5.
And there's no way the NFL owners are going to want that. So when you look back at the 2014 draft, think about these guys that could do what Odell Beckham's trying to do.